Now, today we're going to learn how to meditate because I always talk about meditation in this channel. And so today we're going to learn how to be present to the moment and how to meditate the right way, at least how I meditate. This is very good if you suffer from depression, from anxiety, and this is why I feel like everyone should meditate, particularly women though. Okay? So all you have to do right now is find a place where you can relax. Find a place where you can sit down or lay down, whichever feels more comfortable to you. And once you're relaxed, I want you to notice your breath. Notice the breath going in and out of your body. I want you to observe it almost as though you're watching a kid play in the playground. Amusingly observing a child play. I want you to notice your breath in that manner. Notice how it goes in and out of your body. Notice which nostril inhales more air. Does the left one inhale more air, more than the one on the right? Or does the right nostril inhale more air? Just notice the difference. And as you notice your breath, pay attention to any sounds in the room. Try to locate the quietest sound in the room. There may be loud noises, but try to look for the quietest sound for a few seconds and focus on it right now. Notice how it feels to listen to the quietest sound. And if you did find the quietest sound, go deeper. Become curious and try to find another sound that's quieter than that one. It might just be silence. But if you notice the silence, remain aware of the silence. You don't have to think about it, just notice the silence. Keep listening to the silence. Keep noticing your breath as well. Listen to the sound of your environment right now. Remain aware of your breath. Notice how it is to be inside of your body at this moment. Notice how it is to be a human being. Notice how it is. It may sound odd at first, but act as though this is the first time you've ever inhabited the body of a human being. Feel as though this is the first time you're hearing sound. Feel as though this is the first time you're feeling this sensation of being inside of a body. Just become curious as to how it is to be human. Notice the experience. Feel awed, feel amazed by how it is to be human. Notice your sensations, almost as though you're doing it for the first time. Feel the pulse in your body. Your body has a natural pulse. And you can feel it if you focus on it, if you focus on certain parts of your body. Now what I want you to do is this. I want you to become aware of any sensations, any pulse in your head. Feel the pulse of your body in your head right now. Try to locate it. And just remain aware the pulse in your body right now. Feel the blood of your body traveling in your body. Notice where there's pressure. Notice where there isn't pressure. Notice your heart pulse. Notice the beat of your heart. And notice how each beat pumps blood in through your whole body. And notice how it feels. You can feel the blood pumping throughout your body right now. Bring full awareness to it. You don't have to think about it. Just notice it. If there are any thoughts running through your mind, all you have to do is feel as though you're listening to the radio. When you're listening to the radio, and as you listen to me, notice your breath. Do not lose awareness of your breath. And if you lose awareness of your breath as I talk to you, bring your awareness back. Simply forgetting that you lost awareness brings you back to the present moment. Now, listen to me and listen to the thoughts in your head, almost as though you're listening to the radio. There's a big difference between listening impartially and listening to somebody talk about you. When you're just listening to something, you don't really pay much attention. But when someone's talking about you, suddenly it grabs your attention. So whenever you hear a thought in your head, just hear it like you listen to the radio. Don't feel like you're thinking it. Just notice the thought. Listen to the thought. Feel as though your brain is a radio, and the thoughts that are coming out of your brain are the frequencies. In your awareness, just notice the thoughts in your head right now. Notice the space around the thought, almost as though you're talking in a big empty room. When you say something, you hear an echo as it palpitates throughout the space in the room. Your thoughts are the same. You have your thoughts, and then you feel that there's a space around the thoughts. I just want you to notice the space around the thought. Notice the space that allows your thoughts to be right now. And if you could, allow an echo to ooze out of the thoughts so that you can feel that space around your thoughts. Feel it right now because it's in your head. Just become aware of the physical space in your head and notice it. And notice how your brain just spits out thoughts after thoughts. You don't even control them. You're just there, observing the thoughts arise and descend. So if you're not those thoughts who continually identify themselves as you, I am this, I am that, and you are there observing those thoughts, then who's the observer? Feel what it is to feel as though the observer. Feel what it is to be the witness of your thoughts. Notice how being the observer allows you to experience life at its fullest. Now I want you to notice any emotions, any sensations that you're feeling in your body. If you feel a negative emotion, I want you to go into that emotion. Feel that emotion fully. Run towards it. If it's any tension, feel the tension fully. Most of our emotions are physical sensations. And so just notice the physical sensation that the emotion is causing. Notice the tension. Notice if it feels cool or warm. Notice if the circumference of the emotion is wide or short. Notice the energy that it emanates, and notice the tension that it creates as a result of the emotion. Just feel the emotion fully and notice where it is. And I want you to notice that your emotion is inside of your body, but there is space around that emotion. I want you to become aware of the space around the emotion. Just do that right now. Notice the space around the emotion. You don't have to think of it. Just feel it. Because you are not the emotion, and you're not your thoughts, because they change over time. But the one thing that doesn't change is the space around those thoughts and emotion, which is to say, the only thing that has never changed about you is the one who's experiencing, is the observer, is your consciousness. But most of the time, we all mistake who we are with our emotions and our thoughts. I just want you to explore the separate self whom the feelings and thoughts revolve around. The feeling is always a sensation in the body, plus a line of thinking. That line of thinking always has a separate self as the main character. So let's say there's a feeling of sorrow. The feeling of sorrow will be felt in your chest, and it'll have a bodily component. But it'll also have a commentary, a separate character, a separate self. So what I want you to do is go into that separate I and explore that I and discover that that's not really who you are. And as soon as you do that, any negative emotion collapses, because it doesn't have an identity to attach itself. It becomes simply a bodily sensation. There's no I to say that this is good or bad. It just is. Because the only thing that judges are your thoughts, and those thoughts are also not you. So just notice everything that's going on inside of you at this moment, and you'll take hold of who you are, which is awareness. Just expand your awareness and notice everything that's going on right now. Notice any sound. Notice any sensations. Notice the temperature in the room. I want you to become aware of the temperature in the room right now. Just keep the awareness of the bodily sensation as a result of the temperature in the room. And notice the silence in the room. Bring awareness to the silence. Notice any discomfort, and rather than try to change the discomfort, I just want you to notice it. And if you don't want to feel that discomfort, I want you to notice the thoughts that's judging that emotion, the part that says, I don't want to feel this. I want you to simply observe it. And if there's an emotion accompanied with that thought of, I don't want to feel this, I want you to bring your awareness into that emotion as well as a thought. notice any tension in your body and breathe into that tension. And as you continue to meditate, we're almost about to end. The reason why this is important is because throughout most of our days, we usually engulfed in our thoughts and emotions, and it causes us to lose awareness of what's going of the experience of living. So by meditating, you practice and isolate the skill of being present, so that if a negative thought comes into your mind, such as I suck, or I'm not as good looking as this girl or that girl, or any insecurity, just simply observe those thoughts and emotions. Simply observe them. And you're going to notice that you're not the thoughts and you're not the emotion. Then who are you? You cannot pinpoint who you are if you're not any of those two. So you have to be something invisible, something that's formless, something ineffable, a deep inner holy essence that's outside of yourself, and yet paradoxically is you. And that's your awareness. And once you notice that you are the awareness and not the thoughts and emotions, any thought that arises that's judgmental, you're able to step back out of it and let go of it. When in the past you held on to it because you believed that's who you were. But this is the beginning of freedom, the realization that you're not the thinker. Anyways, I would recommend that you do this every day. You don't have to listen to my sweet, soothing voice to meditate. Just do this every day. Notice your breath. Find an object, thoughts, emotions, external objects, and just focus your attention. That could be your sight, sound, feeling, physical, olfactory. It doesn't matter. As long as you bring an awareness to something that's going on right now, and not to anything, and not to the past or the future, which is to say your thoughts and emotions, because your thoughts and emotions are always of the past and or of the future. And you bring your awareness to the present moment. And the more you do this, the more present you become, and the less power the past will have on you. Anyways, this is Alex from Mindful Attraction 2.0. I hope you guys enjoyed this meditation. If you guys want more of these, let me know in the comment below. Subscribe for more audio meditations and more videos. And I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.